All right. Um, Catch this guy. Cool. All right, everybody. Welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and closing
Killing
your eyes and
monsters.
okay. My name is Brent, aka Wop. I'm here with my man Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
I'm just rewatching all of the Witcher 3 trailers, and it's so amazing how big this game is, vast. I think it's because I was inspired by playing Monster Hunter 3 or World as Geralt in that world, with the layered armor. So I don't think I'll be changing my armor for a while, or at least my layered armor for a while.
Dude, that's so crazy. All right, so are you gonna jump back into it, dude, for when it's on the Switch or what?
You know what? It's coming out on the Switch, but I haven't played the DLC, but
Oh.
I think I might just get it on PC.
Oh, okay. You have it on PC now, right? Like the original?
The Witcher 3, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay, yeah.
the thing is, I remember falling off of it so much, but I kept coming back to try to finish the game. And the game is so huge with everything, side quests. You just live your whole story as Geralt. So,
Hmm.
dang. Yeah, I'm looking at the DLC right now. It looks amazing. Yeah, I might have to go and finish his story.
You need to go back and get those side missions back, dude.
Exactly. Golly. Because the thing is, it takes a while to grind out to get all the armor to be able to match all the monsters levels and whatnot. So I've been cheaping it
Mm.
up by kind of like hitting and run, hit hit and run kind of tactics, versus full on fighting them all like normal. So I need to really upgrade everything.
Oh, you're talking about in Monster Hunter World, dude?
No, no,
Oh, in regular Witcher. Oh shit. What do you mean? So you have to grind out armor and that and like materials in that game too?
yeah, you have to go kill monsters, contracts, get the rewards, find the recipes, craft it, and all that stuff. And if you get like a set, you get bonus attributes and all that. And especially with the swords too, you have to find a special blacksmith to craft your weapons and be able to match the levels you're at. But
Hmm.
since I was lazy and I was just trying to complete the game, I was like, going in with like a level 15 sword against a level 25 monsters kind of
Hmm.
thing. And but the thing is, I was like doing the tactics of hit and run. So I was like stabbing them, and then I would just run away, and then stab them, set them on fire, and then run away, kind of thing. So
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, it worked out for me. But I would rather go full on gauge combat.
Dude, there are times where it's like that, dude, where literally, like in Monster Hunter, where the seed, like the Gundam seed, just pops in my eyes, man. And I'm with my longsword, I'm just dodging every attack, just right on time, dude, and ducking under their tails and um, dodging, rolling away from them biting me and shit like that, dude. That it's so
Dude,
great. But it's like, it's so unconscious. Like, I don't plan on doing anything like that. It
uh,
just fucking happens, dude. Um, and I think that's what you're aiming to do in The Witcher, right? You just want to
yeah,
be like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't have to think about it already.
yeah, parry, block, slash, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's crazy. Because the fighting is a little bit tricky in The Witcher, right? Like you can't really heal in the middle of fighting.
You can heal, but
Mm.
you're very limited. Or at least I put hardcore mode, so never, never, ever, ever, ever freaking do that in a video game. Basically, you're limited on your potions. You don't heal normally in combat, and you have attributes that actually have to in order to heal like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I was so limited on potions, so after battle, I wasn't healing like normal.
Mm-hmm.
I had to actually get skills and stuff to even heal, and I was running out of potions. Potions are hard to find when in hard mode, so basically, I was always drunk because I was always add alcohol.
And alcohol heals you?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
so but then it makes you're all blurry and dizzy, but yeah, the only thing I had was like one skill. And I don't know if you saw it in Monster Hunter World, but it's like a shield that goes around you, an orange shield.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I forgot it's called Gwen or something, but basically, if you get hit once, it breaks the shield, but you don't take damage. And in order to recast it, you have to wait for the cooldown and then recast it again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I kept doing that instead of healing. So, yeah, that's what helped me the entire game is just casting like a one-hit shield and then just slashing and running the entire time.
Damn, dude, you never dared to let the seed drop in your eye, man, and just.
Oh, it was dropping when I was running, so I was dodging everything, side swiping and setting all the monsters on fire. But yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of seed dropping, yeah, I can agree with the whole when I was playing Iceborn, and I was gunlance, and
Mm-hmm.
gunlance is slow, but technically they have like this new Wyvern stake where you poke it into the monster and it stays stuck on the monster for a while. And if you use your shells or Wyvern strike on it, it does additional damage of explosions. And dude, the entire time I was just like blocking right on point, shooting, and I don't know what was going on, but I felt pretty badass the entire fight. So I was like breaking off a bunch of pieces without even
Oh
moving.
shit. Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'd never done this before. Like I always used to just block and pray not to get hit, but I don't know, man. I've been fighting all the monsters with ease, and they're like really tough. You can feel it. They're really tough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
dude, with the armors we have on, especially going into Monster Hunter World, we don't have that armors to match the monsters where we can kill them with ease. We just have to actually, grind our way to killing the monster. So, yep.
I think it's been too long that we've been OP. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
well, not OP, but it's been too long since we've had our go-to armor sets and go-to weapons. That now that stuff's obsolete and we have to grind again to get that shit back. But now we're finding out, oh, there's new skills to learn. There's like different attributes that you can have. It's just opening up a whole new world in Monster Hunter, dude. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is for me. Because I'm so used to my one build where like I have, 3 health regen augments on my sword. Just put a bunch of medicine and vitality jewels on my armor. And then every time I hit, I get half my health back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh man, I can't really do that anymore. I'm like drinking a bunch more potions, dude. Because I think the base weapons for Monster Hunter World, Iceborn, are like rarity 9, right? And the highest thing that we have is 8 from the regular base game. So, and you notice it too, just like you said, when you're fighting the monsters,
Mhm.
you feel like you're doing poopy damage, man. And I remember doing a fight. I think I fought a Jagras on was it Master Rank? There was a Jagras quest on there, and it took me 20 minutes to kill him, dude.
Yep. Yep.
Took
See,
forever, man.
I think that's a good strategy for them at least, like because they don't want you killing all the monsters and saying, "Man, this DLC is super easy."
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
like right now, I'm feeling like I'm on the edge of my seat, half the times.
Mhm.
And even
Mhm.
though like we have our maxed out armor, it feels like okay, we have to grind for higher armor later so we can kill them with ease. But
Mhm.
it's a good feeling, and it's plus, especially, you can't go in as a new guy. You actually have to go through the whole first story, build your levels up, and then when you're high enough rank, you can go into Iceborn. Uh,
Mhm. Mhm. I wonder if, because we've been playing since forever, right?
mm,
So it's like that was our next step. We had already beat all the story missions, so our next step was to play Iceborne. I wonder what it's like if you pick up Iceborne and Monster Hunter today, like right now. You've never played the game before, so you just bought it right now. I wonder how long it would take you to get into Iceborne.
dude, probably a good month or two.
Shit, you think so? That would suck, man. If
Yeah.
you're like, if it's kind of like the situation with Final Fantasy 14, right? A new
Mm.
expansion comes out and you want to play with your friends. So you jump back in, but it's like when you played it, shit, you have to do a billion story missions still to get to the Stormblood content. Cause shit, we've spent, I mean, on my counter, I've spent like 300 hours playing this game, right? Would you
Yep.
have to spend 300 hours like just to go cold turkey from Monster Hunter World to Iceborne? That kind of sucks, dude.
Yeah, I think maybe 150 because, like when we're doing the 300, we were
Hmm.
actually looking to perfect our gear.
Uh,
But right now, I think as long as they can catch up to the ranks, then yeah, they can be able to make it. But yeah, it definitely sucks because like I remember there's a couple of, I had a couple of friends and even my family members, they were trying to get into the game. And I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. But they would play for maybe like a week or so, and then they would just drop the game altogether
hmm
because like we're so far in levels.
hmm
And I was like,
hmm
don't worry about it. You'll catch up. But to them, it's like, nah, you're already too far ahead
hmm
kind of thing.
hmm
So,
And that's the thing that's kind of rough too. They haven't changed their what do you call it, man? The way you can co-op in this game. It's
mm,
always you have to watch the cutscene of the story mission before you can jump into the mission with the person, and you
yeah.
can't jump into the mission with the person unless you finished it already. So it's still kind of broken, man. Um,
Mm,
you'd think they would fix that, but I guess nobody's really complaining about it, huh? Everybody just wants to play the fucking game, so it's not that
yep.
bad. I remember it was kind of the same thing with Neo, right? Like to play multiplayer, one person had to have beaten the level already. Like you couldn't just jump into the levels for the first time with each other.
Hmm.
But they changed that. I think that's why you and I got to play so much and just beat everything because we're like, oh yeah, we could just call up everything now, man. So
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting choice that they didn't change anything, but nonetheless, yeah, Monster Hunter World Iceborne is still killing it, dude. I haven't tried any. Is so you're talking about that parry? That's a new move.
Which parry?
The one where you said you could stick like a bomb in the monsters and stuff.
Oh, well, for gunlance, I don't know. Everyone has their version, but for gunlance,
Uh huh.
mine is my Wyvern spike or Wyvern something stick. I don't
Uh huh.
remember. But basically, I take the slinger ammo and I load it into my gunlance, and then
Oh.
I poke them into it, and then it stays on. I don't know if I think you did see it one time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's that thing that attaches to it, and as long as I'm shooting shells or my whirlwind blast, then it'll do extra explosions and whatnot,
Oh
and
shit.
it'll help like break off parts and stuff like that. But the trick is I have to first mount the monster with a clutch claw to break off slinger ammo to load my that slinger ammo into my thing, and that's
Uh.
another animation in itself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I can't just to unload that little stick thing into them. The monster has to be staying still,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of tricky. But when it's landed on it, then yeah, it's an extra. It's a good, really extra damage
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the gun lance.
See, I'll admit
Yeah.
that was a fear of mine going into this game that we would be too OP, and then the fact that we can use our slingers while our weapons are out, and then we have the new grapple, so we could just latch onto the monster whenever.
Mm.
I thought we were gonna be super OP, but no, we're not, dude. You don't know how many times I've almost died grappling onto a monster, and then he like runs or does a backflip, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
grapple on him. I get flung across the level, dude.
And you take like half damage. Yep.
Hell yeah, man. So no, I think yeah, they did a really good job with this game. I haven't done the long sword like quick draw yet, man. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. You think
Mm.
it's in the tutorial or something?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so because when I was into the tutorial, I didn't know about that whole Wyvern Strike stick thing. I
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
like, I was just playing around. I think I was learning the clutch claw, and then I saw in the bottom left it said, press this and this to load slinger ammo into your gun lance. I was like, what? So I did, and then it turns out it became a stake, and when it latches on it becomes like a whole different level. I was like, damn,
Oh
dude,
jeez, dude.
I didn't realize this until, yeah. And that was when you were saying, oh yeah, you can learn clutch claw in tutorial, and I was like, oh, okay. If you'd never said that to me, I would have never known about this stake.
There was a lot of stuff like that though. Like even in the base Monster Hunter World game where it's like I think what was one thing? I forgot there was one thing that I just never watched a tutorial for, and I barely learned about it like 100 hours into the game, dude. Because there's so many things that you could do in Monster Hunter World, right? But they just throw all these tutorials and different features at you in the beginning. Like it's easily to miss a bunch of stuff, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of funny. I'm trying to remember what it was though. I didn't know about until after a long time. It might have been like setting preset armor or preset items. Like I didn't know you could do that for a long time, and now I
Mm.
just do that all the time. Where, you go into your items and then I press the options button and just pick the one loadout,
Yeah.
which I have to change because there's no hot drinks in there.
Yeah, I
Need to
changed
throw hot
mine. It
drinks.
took me a while, and especially the radio menu, like it
Mm-hmm,
doesn't have
mm-hmm,
to be loaded like how it used to be, where no matter what loadout you pick, it changes your radio menu automatically, but this one
mm-hmm.
gives you the option.
Yeah, yeah, to keep them all there, dude. Yeah, that they did some good quality of life improvements on this game for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Um, because I'm trying to think about it too. Monster Hunter World in general is just really, really complicated, man.
It is.
I
It
don't think
is.
in any other game I've had to, hold down one button and then use like the shape buttons to scroll through my items.
Yeah.
At the same time I can run and look around and still attack and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never there's never been a game more complicated than Monster Hunter World, but somehow we made our way through it, dude.
Dude, yeah, especially like combos and whatnot. And like for the gun lens, when I have to load the slinger ammo,
Hmm.
I actually have to perform an attack in order to load it in. So I was like, damn, because if I don't do an attack, all I do is I shoot out my clutch claw. But if I
Mm.
attack and then use the clutch claw right away, I load the ammo in. I was like, damn, this is pretty complicated stuff, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Do you have to land the attack?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay, so you could
I
just
could
do it
just
in thin
do it.
air.
Yeah, and then reload that ammo in, and
Yeah,
it loads everything. So I was like, oh, okay, this is a good feature.
yeah, yeah. It's like what do you call it? Like when you see Dustin or Russ just swinging their hammer in the background, trying to do a song.
Oh yeah, and have you seen their songs, dude? It changed
Oh,
like
really?
little floating, like musical bubble things.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
And do you have to like touch the bubbles, or they just come out letting you know what song it is?
You have to be in the vicinity of it, so that
Oh,
way,
no shit, huh?
yeah, they're different colors and stuff like that. So green would be healing you and whatnot. But it's
Oh
pretty cool.
no, I have to look out for that. Yeah, it's better than just guessing when a song is affecting you. I guess that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. What palico gadget have you been using?
So far, I've only been doing the traps, and it's pretty good. Like the extra skill that my palico does is like he puts down a bomb trap, and it doesn't look like it does much damage, but
Mm-hmm.
so far I've seen it's been knocking out the monster a good bit. So like he'll be laying on the ground, whatnot, because of the bomb trap. So
Mm-hmm.
I maxed him out. I understand there's others like the palico one, the healing one, like revives or something
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. It can revive you now. I remember that from the beta. I think Dustin was talking about it one time we were playing where he died and then all of a sudden there's just this green goop all over him that revives him. So yeah, that's pretty good. I've been using the drums, the war drums,
Ah,
and the new one in that is it's just this big ass gong that the palico takes out, and it can knock down the monster, dude. It's kind of
damn.
crazy. Like I was fighting the new Toby Kadachi, the poison one,
Ah,
and he did that thing where he like kind of glides in the air and does a front flip. In the middle of him doing that front flip, I was like trying to sharpen or do something stupid. So I was staring at him like, "Oh yeah, this is how I die." And he's about to do a front flip, and my palico comes out of nowhere, takes out this big ass gong and hits it. And then the guy just falls over and is squirming on the ground. I was like, "Oh my god, dude, my palico's the greatest, man." So I think some
I
of the some of the things are
yeah.
OP, dude.
Dude, yeah, and we take the palicos for granted so much.
Hell
You know,
yeah,
they
man.
saved me so many times. There's so
Hell
many
yeah.
times when I was sharpening and my palico puts down a thunder trap right in front of me. I was like, oh my God, I almost died without this thunder trap in front of me. And then it's cool because, I've noticed that with the trap palico, he's basically setting more traps more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
I think he like threw out like three thunder traps in a row, and I was like, "Damn, dude, this is pretty useful because now I have time to hit them." Even though
Mm-hmm.
they're building resistance, but still, it's like it still staggers them or stops them from doing an ultimate attack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At least that first time around or something.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing where the palicos kind of make up and are super useless is when you're either like sleeping or stunned, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I wonder why they stopped hitting me. I'm like, hit me now, hit me.
I think what was I fighting? I think I was fighting the new Palomu, the one that puts you to sleep, the Nightshade one.
uh,
Dude, that one's a pain in the ass, man. The
oh
one that
yeah,
always gets me is when he sucks all the air in and it brings all of
brings all the air.
the sleeping smoke towards him. That one always gets me, dude. And so I think I ran into it, or I had mounted him, right? I mounted the Palomu when he was flying around. And when I downed him, I landed in the sleeping smoke and
Hmm.
I fell asleep. So where I fell asleep was in some bushes. So the fucking this whole time, right? The Palomu's squirming on the ground and shit and gets up, but he can't see me because I fell asleep in the bushes, dude. So he like kind of walks around and is like attacking a tree or something, and my
Just
cat is
looking for
just
you.
standing there, dude. Yeah, I was like, okay, come on, dude. This would be the perfect time to hit me. He's not looking, and no, he doesn't. Until 2 years later, when the fucking Palomu randomly attacked my Palico and then it hit me too. That's what woke me up, dude. So yeah, the Palicos are really really useful, especially with their new tools while you're fighting.
Mm.
But sometimes when you really need them, they super let you down, man. But yeah, man, it's been pretty good. I've spent a few hours so far playing it. I haven't gotten too far um, into the story yet, but yeah, man, I totally forgot what it was like having to play the story missions to unlock content and armor and stuff. It's so frustrating. Like you said, you want to build new armor, new weapons, but it's just a bunch of question marks. You don't even know what you have to grind yet.
Oh, yeah, and that's what's frustrating. Like I was like thinking, oh man, I should start building this armor, and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
wait, first I gotta make sure that everything is unlocked because I might build this, and then all of a sudden
You'll
later
regret it
it's like,
later. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
I can't use it or I don't need it. So there's one armor though I do for sure need, and it's the Ergon armor, and I was
Mm.
like playing around. I think I had to fight one of the new monsters. I don't know if you fought it yet, but I won't reveal what it
Mm.
is. But basically, it was a pain in the ass to fight that monster, and then you had to go and look for Uragon. And I was thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy fight because I killed the new monster. But no, man, this was like hard as shit. He was setting himself on fire, which is not normal, and he was becoming a giant flaming wheel rolling around everywhere with his bombs throwing out everywhere at the same time. So that was a painful pain in the ass.
Mm.
And yeah, he's usually my nemesis when he's normal, but still, like I had even when you try to block it with guard up, 5 level block, it's still you'll still get caught on fire. So either way, I rather block the impact than the fire
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So
I'm noticing that too. All the old monsters, I've only really fought the Great Jagras, but they have new moves, like a bunch of
yeah.
them new moves. Although I think the Jagras, it had this new move set already during that event where he gave you a bunch of decorations. Because he never used to eat a monster and throw it up at you. That was never a thing, dude. I think that was more of a Dodogama move, where he ate the rocks and he spit the rocks at you.
Yeah.
Jagras never really did that. So now he just does it, and you think you dodge it, but the fucking splash hits you, Like when the shit he spits out, it hits the ground and like it breaks up into little parts. That can hit you. So that's fucking annoying sometimes too, man. It doesn't really damage you, but it breaks up your momentum, for your
Yeah.
attacks
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Um, yeah, dude. No, good times. We're about to spend 300 more hours playing this game. You know that, right, dude?
Yep, and that's fine with me. Because I am ready. I am like, I already know what I kind of want. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still
Mm-hmm.
gonna go after Valhazak armor if it ever releases. But I'm like sad that there's certain weapons you can't really upgrade. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
the limited edition kind of thing. Like I was looking at the Witcher sword, and basically it was really good, but it's only rarity 8, and it
Mm-hmm.
was difficult to get the upgrade. But now I notice it doesn't go past rarity 8, or the ignition sword, which is that rocket
Oh
great
yeah,
sword.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can't upgrade that. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe we can still use it. It's still viable later down the line. And then I was looking at some of the question marks. Like I think I had one unlocked, but
Mm-hmm.
basically the attack is way up there. And I was like, this is bullshit. So that means I cannot use the rocket sword no more, or the Witcher sword anymore.
Isn't
So
there no, they have I want to say there's layered weapons now. Like you could change the appearance of your weapon.
no way. Don't lie to me.
I think I saw the tutorial, dude, but I didn't
No way.
remember
I
read
am
it.
looking up layered weapons because otherwise I'm gonna have
I'm
what,
I'm
baby?
pretty positive I read something about um if it's not layered weapons, then you can change the design of your weapon or something like that. I don't know. It's one of those again. The tutorials come up in this game, and you see the word tutorial, and you skip it really quick. You know,
Oh,
so because they give you a tutorial about everything. Oh, here's how you walk up the stairs. Oh, tutorial. Here is how you talk to people. You know what I mean? So you tend to ignore these things, but sometimes they have useful information. Um, but yeah, were you able to find anything?
nothing. It's more like PC modding, but
Okay, I'll look through my tutorials later because it's all saved in the menu somewhere.
dude,
So I have to try and
because
find it.
that would change my life. I would actually be rocking like wooden stick, weapons, or like, oh man, there's so many weapons I liked,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't want to use it because it wasn't too strong or too powerful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn. And then plus, like when I'm rocking the gunlance and I'm using the layered armor, the Yukamo, I forgot what it is, the samurai kind of
Mm-hmm.
with a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my hat goes in the middle of the gun lance because the gun lance is so
It
huge.
sticks up. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it looks so weird, and I was like, "Oh, this is retarded." So I can't rock it unless I'm wearing like a katana or a greatsword on my back. So,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I did see some ninja looking armor. There's one that was like with a mask, and
What?
then yeah, it looks pretty cool. The mask ninja, and then if you unlock, I think the Oda Garen one, Oda, I forgot. But anyways, it's one of the new monsters, and he also looks like a ninja. I was like, fuck.
Damn it, dude. Are the skills useful?
No,
Fuck, so I'm
maybe.
never gonna use it, dude.
Some of them are actually useful. Like they had like two handicrafts and one, I forgot something else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of them look really good. So if we can layer that shit,
Yeah.
we made.
Damn, dude. I'm gonna have to do that. I remember really, it took me a whole day of playing Monster Hunter World. I didn't even fight anything. I just took the whole day to really go through all the armor and look at all my gems and see what I could put together, dude. I'm kind of not looking forward to doing that again.
Yeah. Yeah, me neither, but what's helping me stay sane is knowing that I want the exact same skills
Mm-hmm.
and the same Vol set. So basically the extra healing that goes beyond healing. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much what's only, stopping me from going insane. Because, thinking about it, with all these new skills, I'm like, man, now there's level 4 gems where it has two different skills in them. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, this is going to drive me crazy. But yeah, one at a time, Rick. One at a
Yeah, I
time.
think what's keeping me pushing is is the question marks in the armor and things like that.
Mhm.
Knowing what those are, knowing what materials I have to grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's pushing me, man. Um, But yeah, it just takes so long for me to kill monsters now because our weapons are so weak now that it almost hurts, dude. I was supposed to go out, yeah, I went out to lunch with my sister yesterday. I was supposed to go around 1 to meet her up,
Uh,
and we were playing Monster Hunter World, and I think it was about, you know, 12:15 or something, and we were gonna fight a monster. I forgot what monster we fought. Oh, we were gonna fight those two, the fishing trophy mission we did yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, it's 12:15. That's perfect. I have plenty of time. It took us like almost half an hour to beat that shit. And I was like, oh my god, that's like rush out the door, dude. I'm so used to just steamrolling, monsters that I didn't take into account that, oh my god, we're all weak now. Or like, our armor and weapons aren't the best anymore. It'll take us fucking time to kill the monsters.
Yeah, yeah. Russ was mentioning that the monster rank monsters basically have a lot more health and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But yeah, like I feel like we can kind of cruise, or at least for me, because I'm blocking. But yeah, I'm not too stressed. But there is, I think, two recent monsters that actually I was like at the edge of my seat because I had to make sure I wouldn't get hit.
Mm.
Otherwise, it changes my life when you do get hit. So
I think,
there's
yeah,
craziness later.
that's the biggest thing is they didn't really increase like the damage enemies do to you. Instead, they added status effects, which I think
Oh
is
yeah.
an amazing, amazing move. Now shit can put you to sleep. Like the new Palomu. Now your stamina bar becomes blue, which makes it drain that much faster and recharge a lot slower. Um, I don't know what else they added. You can tell me if they added anything else crazy, but like, I don't know if you fought that Bonobubu whatever it is, the one with horns that throws shit at you.
The moose, giant
Yeah, the
moose.
moose, the moose. You fight him. I think there's a tempered version that you fight in Elder's Recess. And
Hmm.
whenever he drags his horn across the floor, it just makes it molten lava, dude. And you step in it, and it just takes down your health so fast. So adding new mechanics like that, I think, enhanced the fights way more than if they were just to make them, hit harder. So it's kind of perfect what they did with that stuff.
There's a monster that's annoying that it stresses me out a little, but
Uh,
I don't know. I don't want to ruin it for you, so I'm just gonna let you discover
no,
it.
dude, it's okay. Warn me. Warn me for the future, man.
Have you fought a monster that punches the ground?
No, no.
Okay, good luck, my friend.
Wait, do you get stressed when it punches you or punches the ground?
Punches the ground because basically
Does
I
it make
can
you have a
block
stomach
the
ache, dude?
punch, but the thing is, he punches the ground and it turns green.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If you stay in too long, it explodes, and I can't block it.
Oh, okay, okay.
And if you get too close to him, or like I don't know what he does, but basically you'll have blast blight, and then you explode, and then he
Oh,
and he jumps everywhere, so he's really fast.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's crazy, dude. You could still get rid of the blast blight by just rolling, right?
No, no, Nullberry.
Oh, Nullberry. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'm not prepared for that, dude.
Uh, and then there's another monster that does defense down. So
Uh-huh.
once me as a shield, if you get hit once, you have defense down, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I can block it. But actually, if I get that status effect,
Uh-huh.
I, I take a lot of damage from his attacks, even with blocking.
Oh shit, dude.
Kind of
Okay.
goes
These are two different monsters, the same monster.
different monster.
Okay, okay. Interesting, dude. Oh man, yeah. I'm looking forward to playing now, man.
Yep.
I've gotta play a lot more, dude, to catch up to you guys.
Yeah.
Um the main reason I haven't been playing is because I found out how to fucking spoof in Pokemon Go, dude.
Oh
And
yeah. Tell
it
me
is
how to get that.
it's kind of funny, dude, because it's kind of like you're playing regular Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Where you Basically, it looks the same as Pokemon Go, the regular one, except you have a little joystick that you can use to change your GPS position, and
Yeah.
that's what moves your character around the world, dude. Instead of you having to manually walk anywhere.
Do you walk across the ocean?
No, I don't know. I have this weird thing where I feel like they're watching. So if I walk in the ocean, they're gonna know and just like ban the account. You know what I mean? But no, I don't do anything like that, man. It's kind of funny too because you could set the speed that the person walks, and you don't realize how slow it is to walk everywhere, man. I was trying to reach this one Pokestop, like maybe 2 blocks away from where I was at. It took me like 5 minutes, dude. I was like, wait a second, dude.
Damn.
What speed am I walking at? It was something like, um, what was it? It was like 6 kilometers an hour or something like that, which is kind of average to slower walking speed. Like, oh my god, this is how fast I walk in real life. This is so slow, dude. Well, I guess it's all relative because you're just looking at it on the map rather than, actually going to some place. But nah, man, it's kind of crazy, dude. And I'm 100% certain that everyone in the world spoofs because there's just random locations, man, where there's no like roads that lead to this place. I feel like it's a gated freaking government base or something, and somehow there's still a bunch of people like fighting in a raid at it, dude. It's kind of insane, man.
I confirmed it too. I think there's this one time we were at like Balboa Park and there was literally nobody around this gym.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden there's 20 people logged in
Oh, in
fighting.
the gym.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
raid. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
where are these people at? And there's just pure grass. So yeah, guaranteed spoofers.
yeah, yeah. So it's crazy, dude. Mainly just doing it to get because we've gotten every other Pokemon, literally, right?
Mhm.
I think they opened up the new Pokédex in the game. It's like the Unova or something. Did you see that in the Pokédex?
Uh,
There's a new region. Let me
you
see it real
know,
quick.
not Jirachi, but the other one. Yeah, they recently opened that one.
Yeah, well, you can see the number on the top of the Pokédex now. It just says 0, but they're gonna release the next generation here soon. Um, so all we really need like is to get the it is called Unova, UNOVA. Dude, what game is that from? I don't even know, dude. That's way beyond my Pokemon knowledge now, man.
Yeah, dude. Yep. I think we just need to get the next generation, the third generation. We're missing like three,
Hmm.
which is like Asia, Africa, and I think the chameleon. I don't know if the chameleon is
Oh
released
yeah,
yet.
I don't think that's out yet either. But it'll be one thing where there's like a 2-day event and then everybody will have it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of funny when you forget about those. Like an event will happen, so all of a sudden everyone has a shiny Marsh Stomp,
Hmm.
and then 2 months down the line, people are like, "Oh, where'd you get that shiny Marsh Stomp from?" Like, "Oh, dude, you didn't play the event? Come on, man."
Yep.
But yeah, who actually got me into it and who showed me how easy it was one of my coworkers. He just started recently playing Pokemon Go, and I thought he was just starting out and he didn't really know anything about it. So, I would trade him stuff and all that. And then one day he's like, "Oh man, I have a Pokemon I could trade you. Do you have an extra Dragonite?" I was like, I kind of only have like 3 Dragonites, but I'm down to give you one, dude. He's like, "Okay, cool. It's going to be worth it." I was like, "All right, whatever." And he shows me what he's going to trade me. It's a Torkoal, that turtle from
Shit. Yeah, from
fucking Asia.
Asia.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, wait. Where did you get this from, and how can you trade it to me? I've seen you at work every single fucking day, dude. There's fucking no way you went to Malaysia or fucking Kuala Lumpur or wherever this thing is at. And he's like, "Oh no, it's okay, man. It's on my account, so I can trade it to you. It's never been traded to me." I was like, "All right, whatever." So I traded him. And I was like, I just gave him the first Dragonite I ever had, a 2016 Dragonite. And the Torkoal came back to me lucky. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks, man. And then, he's still being kind of shady about it. Then 2 days later, he finally showed me the spoofing thing and he showed me how easy it was. I was literally sitting next to him. He's like, check it out, man. I'm in Australia now looking for all these Pokemon. I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, it's just like playing a regular. I'd imagine it's like playing. I've never played Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu, but it's kind of like that. You know, you control the character with the D-pad or the joystick or the analog stick, and then when you see a Pokemon, you just click on it, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is playing Pokemon Go now. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It takes the fun out of it for sure. I can see why they wanted you to walk around and like experience stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of boring playing like this, but shit, it's the only way to get these fucking things. I'm not planning on going to Russia anytime soon, so I'm never gonna get one of those chipmunk things unless I do this, man.
Yep. Just get the regionals and then call it a day.
Exactly. Um, which I heard some of them might be kind of rare, man, and I kind of feel it. That's true too, because how often do you see a Taurus? Right? It's not really every day. So I heard it's kind of compared to that, where uh, they will spawn out there, but it's very few and far between, man. So I don't know. I hope I don't have to spend like all day in an area looking for one, man.
Yeah, yeah, because I think I was reading something online. They're like, yeah, there's a bunch of Mr. Mimes over here. There's a bunch of Kangaskhan over here. But when we go to America, there's no Tauros anywhere. So I was like, oh, sorry, guys. We're
America's
eating them.
America's failed you. But yeah, no, it's kind of cool. It just trivializes the game, dude. So I don't know, like I think like you said, I'm just gonna get like the what do you call it, the regionals, and that's it, man. I'm trying to see what else is there that we would need. It's just those, dude.
Pretty much
There's
the
actually a
regionals.
lot of regionals too, which is crazy.
I think the unknowns as well. I think certain events across the world have like they spell
Oh,
out
different
the
unknowns.
event's name. Yeah.
Uh, but they didn't have that at Comic Con this year or at PAX,
Yeah.
which is kind of
So
interesting.
maybe they stop, but either way, I think right now the 10K eggs has unknown.
Dude, have
There's
you hatched one?
ultra. No. Well, I had my old 10K eggs and they're like
Oh,
all Dratinis and I was like, oh, that's lame. So I haven't gotten a chance to actually get more 10K eggs, which I'm definitely not going to get within this time frame.
yeah. See, that's the thing
Sucks.
too. I could just, watch TV and hold the joystick in one direction, and then an egg will pop. Like, yeah, spoofing this game, super makes it not fun, man. But fuck it. There's literally nothing else we could do in the game, right? Because there's no new Pokemon out in the field or anything that we need. So,
Yeah.
fucking dude, we'll go for it, man. What else is going on, dude? Um, I've been playing Papers, Please on the Vita.
I think I've seen you playing Papers, Please. Was it the Vita or the P? Well, I did see your name playing it
Oh,
online
online
on
on
the
the PlayStation.
PS4.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I was like, "What? They have it on PlayStation?" And I was like thinking, "Oh, you must be still addicted from not tonight game."
Yeah, man, that's what made me want to play it again. So yeah, I've been kind of itching to play it again just to get that feel. Um, get my mind working again, looking at all the details and shit, dude. And my computer crashed, so Mitch, dude, I still have to buy a new hard drive, man, a new SSD. I'm so fucking poor. Um, but yeah, so I don't have Steam, I don't have Epic Game Store, I don't have any of those. By the way, have you been installing the free Epic Game Store games?
No, I haven't.
Dude, you need to
It's
do
a
it,
waste
man.
of space.
No, dude, no, don't download it. Just claim it, man. They're giving
What is
away
it though?
fucking
It has
everything.
to be a good game because
Oh, God,
I don't know. I'm
you're gonna
still
make me.
biased against second, third party launchers.
Yeah, you're gonna make me look what's free right now, dude. So, anyways, a long time ago, I never bought Papers, Please on the Vita. I think they gave it away on PlayStation Plus for free. So I saw it in my download queue. And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm totally downloading this." Now, It sucks on the Vita, dude. I won't mess around, man. Papers, Please fucking sucks on the Vita because the screen is so small. You know, at least on the computer, or I don't even know where else you could play, but at least on PC, you could see everything, right? You could see the person's face. You could see if anybody's trying to jump over the border. You could see all the paperwork on your desk on one screen, right? On the
Mm.
Vita, you have to see their face, and then to look at the paperwork, you have to scroll down like on the touch screen, and then you have to analyze everything by pressing it on the touch screen, and then the way to stamp stuff is with a button press, or to unlock the detective mode is with a button press. So you have to like do 20 different things to, process a person through the border, man. It's fucking horrible.
Damn.
My thing is I want to look, I want to go back. Oh, you know what? I think I have some recorded gameplay of Papers, Please from my computer. I want to see how many people I was, processing a day on the computer, because I feel like it's a lot less in on PSP, dude.
Console.
Yeah, because on the Vita, like, I'm struggling. Like, I have to go days without feeding my family, man, because I don't have enough money to pay the rent. I remember in the PC version, I was swimming. I was swimming in the money,
Yeah.
So I think the scaling is off to where it's like you're much, much, much slower in processing shit on the Vita version, where it's like almost detrimental to the gameplay.
Yeah.
So what I did is I brought up like the cheat sheet on my phone. Then I played it on the Vita, dude, just so I didn't have to look through the rule book and shit, man. So it's kind of funny. That's how I've struggled through the game. But no, yeah, those games are so great to me. The ones that just have random gameplay but a great story, where
Mm.
it's more about the story than it is the gameplay. I think that's why I like the Telltale games so much too. Is the gameplay wasn't the best, but the story is always written very, very well. So yeah, dude, been jumping back into that. It's funny playing it on the Vita, dude. It takes me so much time, and I haven't gotten to that feeling yet where it feels like I'm at work. So we're okay playing it for now. I remember that's what made me stop playing the game. Was like, oh shit, dude, I feel like I'm at work. What if I actually become a border patrol agent, dude? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Dude, you're gonna be amazing at your job.
I'm gonna put that shit. I'm gonna put that shit on my resume if I apply, dude. I'm like, I platinumed Papers, Please. But yeah, man. Any other games you've been playing besides Monster Hunter? What were you playing earlier this week?
Um, Dang, what was I playing earlier this week? It was mainly Monster Hunter because I think it came out this week, right? No, it came out
Friday.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't been playing too much of anything. Oh, I did play, or no, I did download another VR game, and it was actually this one of my favorite animes. It's called Spice and Wolf.
What?
But basically, it is. I haven't played it yet, but
Uh huh.
it already got good reviews. And it's basically, I don't know, it's between this deity goddess wolf and this merchant, and they go on like an adventure. And apparently, it's like really popular in Japan right now. So I just need to pick up the light novel, read that, and right now there's a VR version, so I'm like kind of savoring. I'm holding off. I'm not trying. I'm trying to play it later after I'm all iceborn out, but I will pick up more games, especially like Astral Chain,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget what the other games that I'll be picking up. Astral Chain, Link, Final Fantasy 8. So
Oh
many
yeah,
games.
yeah. See, I think that's what's saving me is, yeah, there are so many other games that I could be playing right now, but that's just way more money to fucking spend, dude. Um,
Mm.
so Monster Hunter World is saving me, whereas that $50 is gonna probably carry me through the rest of the year, right? Because I'm not really gonna buy anything else. Maybe Modern Warfare, but other than that, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything else. I think I can hold off on buying the other stuff for a while, man. So that's where Monster Hunter World is saving me. Especially because we're buying a $300 video game next year, dude. So it's gonna be
Yep.
raw. When does that come out of our credit cards, dude? Do you know?
It's usually I think when it ships.
Oh, okay. So it won't be until
Uh,
March, anyways.
till like yeah, like maybe a week before March. But I was actually checking that pre-order, not the pre-order, the website, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a wait list already for that
Oh
version.
shit, dude.
So I was like, yeah, now I just got to get Eris and Tifa and Sephiroth, and yeah,
Did
I'm
we
gonna
talk?
have to actually buy these figures now.
Did we talk about this already? Like, what would you do if, since this is Final Fantasy VII Remake Part One, right? What would you do if there was Final Fantasy VII Remake Part Two, and there was another $300 version, and it
I
came with
guess
Tifa and
I'm
Aerith?
just gonna have to be broke.
No, dude. I might not do it. I might not do it, dude. Yeah, in case you're wondering what we're talking about, there is was it Soldier First Class edition of Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII Remake that comes with a Cloud figure and a bunch of other stuff. And it costs $300 to pre-order this game. If you ever are thinking to yourself, who buys a $300 video game? These two guys right here, man.
Yep.
So, man, Spice and Wolf. Are you a merchant in this story or something? Are you selling bread?
Well, the thing is, it's between a merchant, they're partnered together,
Uh huh.
and I
Uh
guess
huh.
I guess it's a romance story, but mainly they're partnered together, and basically the merchant is just doing his normal things of selling things, but the wolf goddess actually has like techniques and that like earn them a lot of more money.
Uh huh.
And so their journey is for him to bring her back home. But
Uh
along the way, they're making a lot of money. And then they have their ups and downs where they get gypped, they lose all their money. Um, she gets found out that she's actually a wolf goddess. And, it's just their adventure together, basically. But
huh.
yeah, like one of her techniques is like, so basically she was eating a bunch of apples. She like bought a bunch of apples, and the merchant was like, "You're gonna owe me for all the apples you bought me." And she's like, "Yeah, whatever, I'll pay you back."
Mhm.
And then he was going to go deliver some fur, like I think fox fur, to and sell it.
Mhm.
And it turns out like he goes to the next town, and then the town was like, "Yeah, we already have a high amount of fur. Why do we don't need any more fur?"
Uh huh.
And then he's like, "Oh man, I don't know what to do." And then she goes, "Oh, you know what? This fur is actually the freshest fur you can possibly get right now on the market because here, smell it." And so the guy who they're trying to sell the fur to takes the fur, smells it, and it smells like fresh apples.
Mhm.
And then he's like, "Oh man, this is crazy." So they just ate the apples recently, and they skinned the fur. So yeah, we'll buy the fur. And then she goes, "You know what? Let's go sell it somewhere else." And then he's like, "No, wait, 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 wait. You can sell it to me." And then she goes like 3 times the normal price. So they end up selling the fur for 3 times the amount of
Uh huh.
the money, what it's worth. And it was just because she ate a bunch of apples on top of the fur. So so she earned
Okay.
back her
Just
money and some. And yeah, so
and is
yeah.
that what the game is gonna consist of? You think is selling stuff? Because I just looked at a little bit of the
Mm,
footage and it looks like you're selling bread or something, dude.
yeah, I think it's probably going to be like more of their adventures together. That was the main ideology of the whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
The conniving part of it.
Mhm. Mhm. Damn, dude. VR is really the future, man. Um,
Uh,
Rick and I actually hung out a little bit yesterday, and he showed me the future that is VR, man.
oh hell yeah.
he showed me once before, what the future is already like, but um, he just got some DLC for a video game that he had, and showed me what the real future is like, and it's kind of crazy, man.
I see. See, I told you, man. See, I was thinking about like trying to get the PC version too of VR,
Uh huh.
and I will eventually. But then there was this game I found, and I forgot I had, but there's DLC of it, a VR version of it, but they're only selling it in I think Asia and Japan, and so I had to create an Asian and a Japanese account in order to actually access their store to download it. And yep, it is the future. It is the future.
Dude, we're officially like creepy old men, dude. I think, man. Do you think?
Definitely, yeah, no doubt about it. The way I see it is, I'm happy.
Might as well embrace it. Yeah, dude. Oh,
Uh,
that's funny. Oh, do I have? Oh, okay. So we were talking about the Epic Game Store earlier. Free games are The End Is Nigh and Abzu.
I'm looking at it right now, and it looks scary and looks scary. Yep,
Wait,
not
no.
downloading any of
Abzu
this.
isn't scary at all. It's all about, enjoying the wonders of the ocean and stuff, dude.
Dude, I'm already afraid of the ocean. I don't need to be in the ocean.
Hold on, man. I need to look because I have.
Like the
Dude.
end is nigh is looks scary. Oh, and
You
there's
know it's
another
funny too.
Neptune Canarium. That's a scary looking game.
I was trying to look for like the other games that I downloaded, and I think they're scary too. Like the one from because they have a free game every week essentially that you could download. I think it's every Friday or Thursday. They have a new game that you could just download for free. So the game last week, yeah, is Inside. So that is another kind of scary game. Last month they gave away Alan Wake, which is another scary game, dude.
See,
So maybe you're right, dude. Maybe it's not for you. But it's just a free game. You never know. You never know when you're gonna have the time to play this, dude. When you're like,
never, because I don't need to play scary games.
that's very true too, dude. It too came out over this past weekend, and yeah, I definitely was not gonna go by any movie theaters anytime soon, dude.
Exactly.
Speaking of, have you seen all the new trailers for Joker?
Negative, but I did see an article where they're like saying his performance was like a masterpiece of Joker. I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
man, I'm
We might have to
curious.
watch this movie, dude.
Yeah, curious.
It's interesting too because it's rated R, so you know they got away with a lot more crazy shit, dude. Because a lot of them, especially the Batman, the Christopher Nolan movies, and I think all of the DC movies, they're all PG-13, so they can only get away with a certain amount of like graphic material. With a Joker's origin story, I would think it had to go to some pretty dark places. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they were able to pull off to get at that R rating, dude.
Shit. Maybe they're gonna stab one guy and it's already rated R.
And show all of it, dude. That would be insane,
Yeah,
man.
and he's like taking their blood of his enemies and wiping it to make a smile on
Okay,
his face.
wait. It's a
Oh,
fucking Joker, dude. It's not some other weird enemy or weird villain, dude.
no, 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 that's how it's gonna be, man. That's how he gets a smile on his lipstick.
It's actually blood and shit, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's gonna be good. I don't think that comes out for a while. Um, let's see what else is going on, dude. Oh, over this past week, there was a Nintendo Direct. They showed off a bunch of stuff, dude. For the Switch, dude. The Switch is the most random console in the world, man.
Mhm.
Um, just the variety of games, dude, is so random on it, man.
Perfect.
It used to be I just thought that it was Sony that had the random games on it. Sony has fucking Catherine, which I need to buy the new version of.
Yeah.
It has fucking your Dead or Alive beach volleyball shit. It had
Yep.
what else did it have? It had like Gun Gal on there. It
Yep.
had that Idol Master game that I can play on my fucking emulator. It just has so much random games. And Nintendo Switch was like, "Oh yeah, we could do that too." And just put all those random games on their console now, man. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yep.
So now you can play it on the go and, creep everybody out.
Dude, That is why Switch is winning right now. But they might be actually going backwards. Did you see the patent, like a weird controller, like it
Yes, dude.
bends 90 degrees or
So
something
wait,
like
wait,
that?
wait.
Wait,
We might
I'm trying to hold this now.
we might think this is crazy, right? But do you remember when the Nintendo Wii had that little like step pad and shit?
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely had one of those in my household. We were definitely doing some step by step workouts on that bitch, dude. So we don't know, man. It just not might be for us creepy old men. It might be for like regular, like families that need to work out in the house. They have this thing now, dude. But what is it? It's like a rubber elastic, just thing now that you could turn into a steering wheel and shit, right?
Yeah, that you can drive, pretend drive.
I
And
saw one where like
yep.
they strapped a fucking uh Joy-Con to their leg, dude. Did you see that?
What?
Dude,
Why would they
there's
do
a
that?
holster where you could put the Joy-Con on your leg and then you like move your leg and it reads your leg, dude. You didn't see that shit?
Uh-uh.
Dude, it's getting weird what they're doing now. And so, the stuff you see on there is kind of normal, right? Like I said, you can, well, not normal, but it's understandable where you put the Joy-Con on your leg and lift your leg so it could tell how many leg ups you're doing. You turn this elastic band into a steering wheel, squeeze it together so they could tell you, how much resistance you're doing or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Now the one that got like too far for me and where I had to close the trailer was when like someone was laying on their back, right?
And driving.
And their butt was in the air and the circle was in between their legs, dude. I was like, okay, I don't even want to see what they're doing here. Let me close this trailer. And these commercials are so funny because you just see the whole family in the background just cheering them on, like, "Yeah, go for it, Dad." You're like, "What the fuck? What position are you in, dude, in front of your kids like this, man?"
They're doing a hula hoop.
Like an inverted hula hoop, dude. Like they spin around the hula hoop or some shit, dude.
Yeah. Did you see the bendable controllers though too?
No, no bendable like Joy Cons.
Yeah. I just sent you what what they're actually patent. They're 90
Okay,
degrees
hold on, hold on.
controllers.
What? So this is just a patent. This isn't out yet.
No, but that's what they're gonna
How
be
would you
probably
use
produce.
this?
Exactly. I'm trying to hold my controller right now for my PlayStation controller, and I'm trying to push the top buttons with my thumbs. That feels weird. I don't know how you'd be doing this. Maybe? Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know,
So,
man. I don't want to doubt them though, because watch, one day I'm gonna buy these and be like, "Oh, this is so revolutionary." I don't know how they thought of this, or how we
yeah.
lived without it. So, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
especially like the pro controllers, everyone's like, "Oh, this is the Xbox controller. Oh, this is going to be dumb." But then you actually feel it and buy one, it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is completely amazing." It
Oh
feels
yeah,
really
because you
nice.
you have one now, right?
Yeah, it feels so nice. Like as soon as my nephew like let me touch that controller, I was like, "Yep, I'm already ordering it." I'm ordering it. It's already been bought.
That's fucking funny, man. Um, but yeah, no, it's just insane. They're so innovative over there. I think they're from the future. Like we think all this stuff that they're doing is ridiculous with their hardware, like the controllers and that new fitness device thing.
Yeah.
But turns out it's a $1 billion like selling piece, dude. So maybe
Mm.
we just need to travel to the future and bring back what we learned from over there, dude. um, yeah, talking earlier about the Nintendo Direct, it wasn't really they weren't didn't really make any too crazy announcements, man. I feel like there's different like I don't know subcultures or like fan sets of certain video games, right? Most
Uh,
recently, we saw everyone go crazy for, Final Fantasy VII, but that's huge, so that kind of encompasses a lot of people. Um, But for example, like in this Nintendo Direct, they announced like Deadly Premonition 2, which is a sequel to this game called Deadly Premonition, which is like a cult classic. From all intents and purposes, from what I read, it's a horrible video game, but people love how bad it is, you know? And they're coming out with a sequel for it, so that gets like these 10 people excited, like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna have Deadly Premonition 2 on my Switch, you know? And then
Yay!
they have fucking the Xenoblade Chronicles remake and Trials of Mana remake they announced, and those 10 people like, oh my god, dude, this remake we've been waiting for years, you know? It's not really big things like a Final Fantasy 7 remake, but small things that will get enough people happy for them to sell more Switches, or just to be that like niche system like we were talking about the PS4 used to be. So no, they might be making the right moves, man, even with their bendable steering wheel.
But what do you use it for? What?
Rick, I'm telling you, in a year, you're gonna be playing Pokemon Shield with that steering wheel, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Possibly. Now you think about it, like they say, oh yeah, put this cardboard in the middle of it, make a shield, and you can catch Pokemon like that. I was like, okay.
You're like, yes, Master Nintendo, yes. But yeah, no, it's just crazy, man. And now, Nintendo Switch has their own rhythm slash RPG game that game I showed you yesterday, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So yeah, all the weird and quirky, unique games are coming to the Switch. Doesn't Switch have Galgun too?
Yes.
Yeah, see, they're taking it all. They're taking all the weird games and taking it for themselves, man.
Yep. Putting it all on the Switch, which is fine because then it touches every market out there.
That's very true. That's very true. Now, do you think all these games would be coming to Switch if they didn't sell as many consoles as they did?
Possibly. I think what they probably did was like, hey, everybody, here's the code to make games on our system platform.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone's like, oh, what? We can actually bring Galgun over? And then, so, yeah.
Oh, so you're thinking more that Nintendo was just stingy before and didn't want to put all these games on their consoles.
Yeah, because they wanted to be family
Oh,
oriented and
you
all
know
that.
what? Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying.
And now everyone's like, oh, yeah, let's jump on the train.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think that makes a lot more sense. Because I was thinking, shit, since the Nintendo Switch sold like a billion consoles, like I think I've read something where, it's outselling the PlayStation 4 around this time the PlayStation 4 was out,
Yep.
So I was thinking, people were like, oh, okay, since so many people have this console, let's just make a game for it. And then all of a sudden, boom, we sell that many games, or we're open to that many people buying our games because they sold a billion consoles. It's just kind of getting scary to me because the Nintendo Switch store has a bunch of bullshit, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah, some of them are, yeah, I think a good 25% of the games are like just really, really
yeah.
shouldn't be on there. It's dumb. And I'm like, man, I wouldn't waste $2. And then I think I saw a game that was like 50 cents. It was on sale for 50. And I was like, no, man, that's my 50 cents.
I know. See, and then that shit just takes up room in the store, dude. And I mean, the store. What game console store are you happy with? Like, what's your best console store experience? I don't think any of them are good. Do you?
Yeah, I don't think they're good. And I kind of avoid it, but I think I see myself more in Steam store, just looking at
Well, but
random
yeah.
games.
See, that's cheating because that's on your computer, so it's that much
Yeah.
easier to search stuff on your computer. But like, I didn't even pre-order Iceborn on my actual console. I pre-ordered that on my phone, actually, now that I think about it, dude. But it's that much easier to navigate through their website, the PSN store, than it is the console PSN store. Same thing with the Switch. I haven't used the Switch online store on the web, but I've used it on the console, and it's just horrible, man. I think the worst one is fucking the PS3. Have you used that one recently?
No, no.
The search function is fucking trash, dude. It's so horrible, man. It So let's say you want to type out a word, right? You
Hmm.
choose a letter, or you start choosing the letters. So let's say I want to spell fuck, I don't know, time crisis, right? I'll spell out the word time, and then they give me all the games that have the word time in it. And I'm like, no, dude, just let me finish typing this first before I want to search. It's fucking horrible, man. It's horrible. Um, but yeah, that is where it kind of gets scary for me is when there's just gonna be too many of these like, cheapy games that people made in their garage, which I don't have a problem with. You can, make games in your garage all you want. Just don't flood my Switch with it, dude. Or at least, Switch, make a certain section for that shit, please, dude. Don't mix it in when I'm trying to look for fucking, Super Mario World 64 or something remake, and I have to sift through all these, you know, scary games. Don't let me do that, dude, please. um, but I think lastly, the biggest thing they showed at the Nintendo Direct was all the Smash updates that they had, man. They showed off Banjo Kazooie a little bit. Um, they announced that Terry Bogart is gonna be in fucking Smash, dude.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is they did that kind of cool, I think. Now how they introduce new characters is characters get invited to be on Smash Bros. So they give them the little envelope invitation. Like remember when they introduced Joker? They gave him the little envelope, and that's how
Yeah,
he knew he was
yeah.
going to be in Smash. Yeah, so that's what they did with Terry. Except they didn't show Terry initially. They showed like every other SNK character. I think Geese was in there, man, and like a bunch of other characters were trying to get the invitation, but he kept flying away from them, dude. So that was pretty cool until it landed in Terry's hand. That being said, dude, what is the limit? Like, what's your dream? They also announced you can get a sand skin for your me, which I think is just gonna fucking sell out the rockers, man. They're gonna make
Yep.
$1 billion off of that alone, dude.
Yep.
Um, but that tells me, dude, sky's the limit as far as characters in Smash Bros goes. What is your dream Smash Bros character, man? Have we talked about this before? I feel like we have, but I
I
don't
think
remember.
we have our favorite character or something. Maybe
Maybe.
maybe we can have some Gundam pilots in there.
Oh,
Or
wait, the pilot or the Gundam?
the Gundam.
Okay, that makes more sense, dude. But would the Gundam would the Gundam be huge, or would it be the same size as all the fighters?
Fine. I guess it could be the same size as the fighters.
Yeah, no,
That'd be
that's
pretty cool.
fucking doesn't make sense though, dude. Because then what if you kill the Gundam, it explodes, and then
Then you can
just like
inject and fight the pilot.
little ass Troa comes out, dude. You know what I mean? I feel like you'd have to have it a little bit bigger, either that or change the way that, the person fits inside the Gundam suit. I think that would make sense, man.
Mhm.
But that's not a bad pick, man. I was thinking, I think not my dream, but what I'd like to see in Smash, dude, is like a Mortal Kombat character, man. Honestly, like
Scorpion.
I want to see Sub-Zero in Smash rip out Mario's heart, dude. That
Shit.
would be insane, right?
If it's just like the cartoon heart, not like his actual heart?
Nah, they got to go all the way. You could do his final smash as a fatality, man, where he throws you in the air, freezes you, and you fall to the ground and just shatter into a bunch of pieces, man. You could just do that to any Smash character. That'd be too funny, bro.
Damn. They then put Geralt in there, and you can
That
be
might
a
be the
Witcher
next. Yeah, that might be the next step, dude. Is putting Geralt in there.
or a Monster
Um,
Hunter character.
See, I think that's a possibility because Monster Hunter is actually on the Switch. You know,
Yep. Yep.
so that might be a possibility. My dream fighter, though, I would want to see either
Sephiroth.
Goku or Vegeta. Nah, dude, Goku or Vegeta in in Smash would be kind of crazy, man.
They have to like tone them down though, because you punch them, they go flying.
And then after that, yeah, put Superman. So then you could do the final like Goku versus Superman battle on Smash, man. That'd be crazy. That's true. You would never be able to knock out uh Goku because he could just fly everywhere, man.
Yep, yep.
Man. What else would be cool? I think that's it, man. Trying to think of any other character in video games that you could throw in there. What if you threw God of War in there too? He's just ripping people's heads off, dude. Or Kratos.
That'd be cheating because he would have his chains and
Reach across the entire level, man.
yeah,
What if they did that? Because PlayStation, they tried to do their own Smash Bros, right? Like Sony All Stars or something like that.
yeah. That was. I don't even think I even had. Oh, I did try it one time,
Uh huh.
and I was like, this is way too clunky. And then I was like, yep, I'm done.
Because I think in that one, you don't knock people out of the stage. It's whoever builds their meter to do their ultimate first, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that never worked out. But what if they threw that whole cast of characters just into Smash Bros? I think that's the
Mm,
best move, man. That's the only way they're gonna make money.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like Sony letting Marvel borrow Spider-Man real quick, you know?
Yeah. Oh, put Marvel characters in there.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Dude, the
Hmm.
longer or the more time that goes by, the more I'm thinking like Sony is the greatest at what they did for taking Spider-Man back.
How so?
So they let Marvel like everybody loves Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
But everybody was kind of upset because the Sony Spider-Man movies kind of suck, right?
Yeah.
So there's kind of that negative connotation when it comes to Spider-Man movies. So Sony sees what Marvel's doing or sees what Disney is doing with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and says, "Oh yeah, guys, here you go. You could make Spider-Man movies real quick. Just give us, 50% of whatever you make on the movies since we own him. But you guys can go ahead and do it." So they do. And all of a sudden, Spider-Man just becomes the greatest superhero again, right? Because all the movies and all the how he fits into the Infinity War and stuff, Spider-Man just becomes the greatest. And then all of a sudden, the Spider-Man video game comes out, and it's the greatest. And then Sony comes out with Into the Spider-Verse. That movie's the greatest. Sony's making all this money now because Spider-Man is in a positive light again. And now they're like, we want to take full control of this again. Give it back to us or give us more money. And it's
Mhm.
just Disney didn't buy into it, man.
Yep.
So Sony's the masterminds, dude. They might be a villain, but I would play it the same way, man. If I was them, try to get the most money out of that shit. And now they have, well, no, I don't think they have that goodwill anymore. I think they spent all that goodwill when they took Spider-Man back.
Yeah. That's what I was like saying. If they took it back, and they're like, all the other movies that you've been doing, yeah, we don't trust you anymore, Sony.
Was Venom any good? Did you watch Venom?
No. And I heard it was okay.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I
Was
think,
that done by Sony or is that done by Marvel?
yeah, that was done by Sony.
Yeah, they
Because
said it was okay.
that's the whole thing too. Is the one of the reasons they wanted to take back Spider-Man was because they wanted to include him in their Venom sequel. And it's like, wait, we're talking Venom sequels already, dude. I didn't think that movie was that great. Just go with a sequel to fucking anything nowadays, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. I think that's it. You got anything else going on, man? Any other games you've been playing?
No, just pretty much that.
All right,
And we're
man.
about to pick up Astral Chain and all the other games coming out, Blink.
Oh wait, did you ever play that? Shit, what was that game you said you were gonna play at PAX, dude? The Three Houses, Three Kingdoms.
Oh, Fire Emblem?
Yeah, yeah.
No, actually oh yeah, I finished beating Hollow Knight,
Uh
but I
huh. Uh-huh.
didn't. And then I finished beating the Liar Princess and the Blind Prince.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I ended up finishing those games, but yeah, those games were pretty good. And Hollow Knight was pretty good, but I told my nephew, I was like, "Oh yeah, I beat your game. It's so easy." And he was like, "Yeah, right. What was your percentage?" And I was like, "Oh, 60%." He's like, "See, you did beat it. You gotta do 100%." I was like,
I was gonna
"Yeah."
say, I
Uh,
think the to do everything in the game is like 112% or something like
oh
that.
God,
I
yeah.
thought your nephew's like, Uncle Rick, you're not even on 100% yet. You get 112. Yeah, because I think I'm at 83 or 93 or something like that. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and I've been playing the game for like 80 hours, dude. Or not 80. I'll say 40. Like shit, man. There's a lot to do in that fucking game, bro.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude. I think that's all I got as well. If you want regionals, hit me up, dude.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
I'll
definitely.
I'll give you guys the friend code. Um, and yeah, that's it for us this week. We'll see you guys next week. Till then, Rick, some words of wisdom.
Everyone should be a gunlance user on Monster Hunter.
Boy, I don't
It's-
know about that, dude. That doesn't sound like words of wisdom. It sounds like words of
Where's the encouragement?
no, words of
Words of
doom.
truth.
Words of doom, dude. You're gonna be too. Let me just paint a picture for you guys real quick. You're gonna become, too dependent on your shield, and if you
Oh
try to do
yeah, I
anything
can
else,
take a nap while
if
I'm
you if
eating a
you if you
sandwich.
try to do anything else, you're gonna die, dude. Or you're
Yeah.
gonna realize the moment that you can't block something, and you're gonna die, dude. I've
Oh,
seen it.
don't worry, I was eating a sandwich while while I was blocking while everyone's struggling. Yeah, yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace, dude. Until you can fucking block like the media.